I think what I hear often from people about unity is that they're able to take the teachings home with them and apply them to their everyday life. That's actually one of our main spiritual principles is it's good to know the foundational principles, but unless you actually work with them, they're of no use to you. So, one of the things that we talk about in unity is deepening our understanding of how the spiritual and the universal principles work in our life. And they do work just like science, but learn how they work and then put them to work so that you have a positive purpose in life. Your goal in the morning is to get up and be awake and aware to your life, remembering that it's not just a physical experience you're having, but a spiritual one. And that spirit is always ready to be put to use in our life.
My wife and I went through a real tough time financially. And when we started coming to Unity 8 years ago, that was just before a lot of the things that started to happen financially really wasn't good. And when we started coming to Unity, we found out that it was more than just what I could see in front of us in dollar signs. What I could see was there's abundance in more than that. And I could start putting my abundance here by helping other people and by doing things for Unity itself. And it really made me feel good because I was working with people. And I love working with people. I just enjoy that a lot.
I don't know if it's a particular belief, but it makes me feel like I'm ready. It's almost like having spiritual principles in the bank that allow me to be ready to face circumstances that are beyond my control. So, for example, John called me one day and said that he had just got laid off. And your first reaction is you're shocked and you're worried. But when he called me, I was in a place where I couldn't talk. So I was able to just say, okay, we'll talk about this when we get home. But as soon as I hung up the phone, a song popped into my head that said, God is my source. And I could hear the whole lyrics, the whole song, and I was calm. And I was able to calmly address the situation and look at everything and know and trust that everything was going to be fine. And it was. He ended up getting the job back at the same place. He was rehired and he really likes working there. So there was no need for us to put any energy into worrying about it because we learned God is my source and everything was taken care of when we focused on that.
For me as a creative professional, um, I've been able to apply Unity principles a lot, like every day. I used to be afraid of, running out of good ideas or running out of musical ideas and, having a lack of creativity. But one of the things they teach at Unity is abundance. And I'm able to take a deep breath, meditate a little bit, and sit in knowing that there's an abundance of ideas and I have access to all of those ideas. And I'm never going to run out of good ideas. So that's really helped me when I run into like writer's block or anything like that. I don't have to be afraid of running out.
I think is probably the best thing to happen to me in my life. It has created a sense of service and purpose in my life that was just kind of floating out there before.